Hi everyone, and welcome to another video. My name is Stu, and if you want to learn the fundamental differences between saving and investing, then you are in the right place. Now, in today's video, I'm going to give some fundamental examples of saving and some fundamental examples of investing just so that you can see the differences between the two. So let's get started. Now, saving and investing are a great idea for anyone who'd like to purchase something, whether it is something physical like a car, or if they would like to invest for the long term into a retirement account. Saving your money is something that you intentionally do to buy whatever it is that you want. You can also save for an emergency. Everyone at some point in their lives is going to have a financial emergency. So at a minimum, everyone should intentionally set some money aside for an emergency. Saving your money will also lower the risk of losing your principal, and it's always available whenever you need it. It is also a good idea to track your savings and putting a deadline or a timeline on any particular saving goals that you may have. So let's say, for example, you plan on going on vacation next year, but you don't want to use your emergency fund and you don't want to use your credit card to pay for that vacation. A good idea is to find out the estimated costs for you to go on a vacation. So let's say, for example, you plan on going on vacation a year from now, 12 months. And let's just say the total cost is going to be $2,800. What you will do is you will divide that $2,800 into the 12 months, and the difference or the amount that you get from that, that's going to give you the idea of how much you need to save every single month in order for you to pay for your vacation outright. Once you've put a deadline on that and you've reached the deadline, then you can withdraw that money and then you can use it to pay off your vacation without incurring any fees. And you also don't have to worry about losing your money if you had invested that money in, let's just say, the stock market and the market had a downturn or something like that. So that's just one of the benefits of saving your money for a vacation as opposed to investing that money hoping to get a great return in the short term or something like that. As it pertains to investing, you can earn a lot more money or get a greater return on your money if you invest money for the long term. So for example, some of the things that you can invest in are maybe stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or exchange traded funds. Now, these vehicles, you could either have these vehicles in a regular brokerage account, or you could have them in a retirement account, or maybe you can do something like a college savings plan for a child that you may have. Another thing about savings is that they are typically deposited into a savings account at a bank or a credit union. Other vehicles that could be used for savings are a certificate of deposit, also known as a CD, or you can also use a money market account. As it pertains to investments, you can invest in something like a 401k, which you can get from your place of employment. You can also consider investing in an IRA, which is an individual retirement account. Or what you can also do is you can also invest in a non-retirement account, which you can also get at your local brokerage company or online brokerage company like what you see on TV as advertised. Now, within your brokerage account, that's where you'll be able to buy your stocks, your bonds, your mutual funds, or your exchange traded funds. So now that we've broken down the fundamental differences between a savings account and an investment account, let's dig a little deeper now and go to some of the key differentiators between a savings account and an investment account. For a savings account, as mentioned before, it involves very little risk. And in fact, the amount of money that you deposit into your savings account, that money is insured up to $250,000 if you are living inside the United States. Now, that money is also insured by the Federal Deposit Insurance Company. Another key factor with a savings account is that you have easy access to your money. So if you are saving your money into a savings account at a bank or a credit union, you always have immediate access to your funds. As it pertains to investing, as I mentioned before, you have the potential to earn a higher rate of return on your money as opposed to if you were to put it into a bank. However, because you're investing this into the stock market, you also have a greater risk of losing your funds. So let's say, for example, if the market happens to have a downturn, the funds that you deposit into your brokerage account, that money is not federally insured as it is with a savings account. Another key differentiator with investing is that your funds are not readily available whenever you need them. So let's say, for example, you decide to sell a stock or a bond or a mutual fund or an exchange traded funds. You have to wait until those trades settle and clear. Once those trades settle and clear, then you'll have to transfer that money from your brokerage account into your regular bank account. So now that we've covered some key differences between saving and investing, you're probably saying to yourself, which one should I do? Should I save or should I invest? The answer is it depends on the goals that you have, both short term and long term. Now, in my personal situation, what I did is I decided to do both. I decided to save and I also decided to invest. So, for example, I decided to save my money in an online savings account. So the rule of thumb is you probably want to save 8 months to maybe a year of living expenses so that if you have an emergency or something happens, you potentially lose your job, at least you know if you go to your emergency fund, then you have money that you can immediately use to cover your monthly expenses. Now, in terms of investing for the long term, I've also decided that I was going to invest both in my 401k, which happens to be matching, and then I also invest money into my retail brokerage account. So let's say, for example, I have access to some extra money. Maybe I may have like $100 or something, or something, maybe a tax return that's left over. What I can typically do with that is invest that into my brokerage account. And then once it's in my brokerage account, then I can start to invest in maybe my favorite stock or my favorite mutual fund or maybe my favorite exchange traded fund that I can use for the long term. Hopefully you found the information that I shared helpful. As always, I want to thank you for watching this video. If you find the information or the content that I shared helpful, please subscribe to my channel. Please click on the link to subscribe. Click on the bell so that you can get a notification anytime I upload new content. You can also share this information with someone that you believe will benefit from this information. Hopefully you'll join me for the next video.